actually excited to talk with you about your 2023 today, especially our main learnings, right? So, what are our main, or what is let's say the one main takeaway, the one main lesson we learned in 2023?
Yes, and I would like you to start. So, Celine, what is your main learning of 2023?
I must say, 2023 has been like a really exciting year for me. Lots of learnings, lots of challenges, and amazing things happening. And I can definitely say one, or the main lesson I learned this year is that I am a people pleaser, and I need to put myself first more in order to be successful in the long term. As you might know, I wanted to launch my online course. But in the end, I again started to prioritize other people's needs, clients, and stuff, and other people I could help over me, and what I actually want to do with my business, and where I want to go, and where I see myself in the future. So I kind of pushed that in the background, and as it turned out, as you know, I couldn't launch my online course, which made me feel, or it left me pretty much upset with myself a lot. Like, it really took me some time to like recover from that. And I think this whole thing just like showed me, it was this kind of bam at the end of the year. Now I think, in October or something, I realized that I'm not gonna launch. And now reflecting back, I'm like, okay, Celine, of course, it could not have happened, because I was just like here and there trying to like fix this for clients, do this, fix this, prioritize that, instead of like just like for once focusing on me and my plans. And I think this is something, yes, I definitely want to do or need to learn next year, that I prioritize myself, and I'm like, nope, it's my day off, I'm not reachable for clients, it's my day off, I'm not doing anything, it's my month where I'm gonna do this and this to bring my business ahead, to grow it, to scale it.
Okay, for 2023, I think it was one of your main goals, right?
I felt really low, and I can feel, even talking about it, it still like upsets me a bit inside, but I just felt like I felt stupid. I let myself down. And as you said, it was one of my main goals. And the thing is, I planned everything. I started to put out or create material and stuff. But in the end, I just like got so caught up. And then, during November, December, nobody needs to launch something, because it's just like, I don't know, Black Friday, Christmas, people are like spending money on other stuff.
What do you think is the main takeaway or the key action which has helped you to go through it? Or do you think it's time?
You think you mean going through the feeling of letting myself down?
Exactly.
Of course it's time. I took some distance from everything. Like, I really tried for a few weeks after I realized that I'm not gonna launch, that I really tried to not get into contact with anything concerning this project, because I just like needed some distance from it.
Yeah. That was me as well.
Don't say that. I knew for October I have all these campaigns to shoot. How am I going to squeeze in another photo shoot for my online course? And I did it somehow, but it left me with like so much extra work that instead of like, as I promised myself, taking better care of myself with like one day off or something, I ended up working 24/7 again just to like make that happen. So that also brought in some kind of distance from the whole disaster, because I had to focus with my mind on like other stuff as well. But what in the end really helped me was like telling myself, okay, it's a lesson learned, and also just like being kinder to myself, just like trying to be like my best friend telling me, yeah, but you did amazing stuff this year, it did not work out, you can still launch it next year. Maybe next year it's even better. You can educate yourself more about how to do things and stuff regarding marketing and so on and so forth. It's fine. It's fine. You still have accomplished a lot. Just like, being kinder to myself.
Like, when do you know that you're way too critical to yourself, or you are just being realistic?
It's, I mean, it sounds pretty cheesy, but do you know these sayings that we're usually way kinder to our friends than the way we talk to ourselves? And I just tried to ask myself, would I in this moment tell this to my friend? Or is it just my inner voice trying to like punish me? So talking about learnings, what is your main learning from 2023?
I mean, in general, 2023 was very much about coming back to basics. And it wasn't actually 2023 was not very much professional for me. It was starting to be professional within styling, because you have helped me with this. You kind of brought the styling life back into me. But no, it was coming back to basics, because when you go through kind of like big changes of your life in general with everything, it's kind of important to just refresh yourself. Come back. You have this opportunity. I'm very thankful that I had this opportunity. You do not have the stable ground within you. I mean, it's really hard to go further. So I'm very thankful that I could just go back to basics. And what I mean by this is, I don't know, realizing what the mistakes I've made and why the big downs have happened. Because you've said this once to me: if you are not yourself stable, you cannot really help the others.
Yeah, so I mean, it's true.
I really like that way, and I understood that it is actually very, very true, and you are right. And you kind of gave me the points of view on life which I've probably never seen. So this is why I'm so thankful to you, Celine.
What I actually like about us too is that in some ways we are very similar, but in other ways we're like completely the opposite. So when you say, okay, you learned this and whatever from me, there's also like plenty of stuff I actually learned from you.
Like what?
I don't know. It's just like, maybe, I'm like really career focused. My whole life is kind of focused on like what I'm doing with photography, AR design, and so on and so forth. And you also showed me that it's kind of okay to also focus on other things, like also focusing on myself, taking breaks. I don't know, I think I kind of realized also that maybe there's a bit more to life that also brings joy, except from photography. I'm joking. Please don't take that too serious. No, I know there's like plenty
of... Personally, everybody take it serious. She really means it. Listen, exactly this was happening to me before that year, which big changes have happened to me. This is why I'm saying that coming back to basics, because I was also that way. I was taking my relationships around me for granted. Whenever it comes to romantic relationships, my family relationships, and it's not that I'm like better. I'm still learning in a process, but it kind of feels like, I was oh my god, I was doing this job, I was doing this thing, like 5 things at the same time, where I was like, oh my gosh, I need to have my calendar fully booked, then I'm not productive. If I'm not having every hour productive, then what am I doing on this planet, right? So, and I literally was living like this. I was studying, I was working, I had acting jobs, I had, I don't know, some internships, which I did whenever it comes to graphics. I was doing this activity, that activity, and then this happened to me, where I'm like, okay, the life is showing that you need to come back to basics.
Yeah, I mean, and I totally understand that if you're going for like extreme changes that kind of flip your life upside down, it's important that, or it's nice if you can like just like take your time
Yeah.
and see, okay, what is really important for me in my life. And I also get that with like this working a lot, as you said, with like internships and stuff and so on. Because I feel like pretty often in our society, it's like, okay, if you don't work, if you're not productive all the time, your value decreases in a weird way.
Yeah.
Which I feel like is kind of sad. I don't know. Because I think we all need some time to just like be for ourselves, reflect, recharge energies, and so on and so forth. And I mean, of course, it's so easy to say this now.
Everybody has to go through it, you know. I mean, it's because it's hard to realize the value of something if you don't lose it, you know.
True.
So,
True also that. No, but I think like sometimes, just like old structures, they need to fall apart so that you can really find your own standing. And
friend was here who was going through like lots of breakups are happening, you know, lots of people are starting over, and my sister was here also reflecting, and she's been through some journey in the past years. And when my sister at the end, she had like this long smart monologue, and then at the end of the day she said, like, you know, our basically the way why I'm here is to just be happy on this planet, because nothing actually really matters. I know it sounds cliche. This was her goal. I mean, her goal. And I figured out this is actually my goal as well. So I have 3 questions.
Okay.
3 questions. Quick questions. Okay. So first one, it's about 2023. What is the most important goal you achieved this year?
Being more satisfied with the work I put out there.
Ah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
How about you? Yours?
Actually, it's the same, because to just be more confident with myself.
Yeah.
To actually understand the value of me.
Yeah, that's also really important.
What was your single biggest time waster in life this past year?
Delays on airports.
I mean, Copenhagen, Vienna delays.
I mean, like the delays I witnessed or like I experienced, they were quite intense sometimes. So probably that. But yours?
I think
Okay.
overthinking relationships, mostly romantic, I think.
Okay.
Biggest time waster, definitely. And crushes of your emotions, no.
Yeah. I also had like some downs where I was like, okay, I dragged it for longer than I could have,
No, yeah, not worth it. Nope. So, what was the most fun you've had this year?
Experience or something?
Yeah. What made you happy inside?
Oh, what I really enjoyed, and I think this was one of the best trips of the year, was the Mallorca work experience we had to shoot for Scuba Pro. I just feel like I don't know, I was so happy after this whole photo shoot because I felt like, wow, the whole team, we got along so well, and then the ending with like jumping down these cliffs.
I know.
Just
we
like,
need the friends.
How about you?
Not letting myself down, of promising myself to have the best summer.
Oh,
because
yeah.
last summer was really bad, and not letting myself down and actually experiencing the best summer I could have.
That's amazing. Yeah, I know. You've talked about this for such a long time, and I'm happy to hear that. You really got that? Yeah. No,
Yes.
like 2023. It was a great year.
The next talk, I guess we can talk about 2024 and what is waiting, right?
What are our visions for 2024? I'm excited already what it has in store.
Oh my gosh, me too. Me too.
So let's see it.
All right, my girl. So see you
See you.
next year.